All right, happy Friday. Was out of town, had a real estate convention last week. So it's been a couple of weeks since our last video. Where are we? We're second week of February. Hope everybody's doing well. Ocala real estate is what we're going to talk about today, Marion County. We're going to talk about where people are coming from, where are they moving from to our area, Marion County in general. Obviously, when we're talking Marion County, we're talking Ocala, Bellevue, and Denellen and some of the surrounding areas. A lot of horse farms, a lot of it's a nice place to live. It's probably the most affordable metro in Florida, right? Like if you want some things to do, you don't want to be in too small of a town, but you don't want to be in a big city, and you don't like traffic like me. I'm allergic to traffic, so that's why we moved here 27 years ago, right? Don't like it. Takes me about 15 minutes to get to work, and I enjoy that in my office here in Ocala. But a couple things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about where people are coming from. We're going to talk about the 7-day numbers, what we're seeing in Marion County, and I think you're going to see a few surprises when you watch this, when we're talking about where people are coming from, that type of thing. That's going to be super interesting. I wouldn't say super surprised, but a little bit surprised on some of the things that I saw here on, on this particular HowTheMoneyWalks.org. We're actually going to check that out in a minute. But let's take a look at the MLS. This is real time. We're actually 2,617 properties available in Marion County. That's not counting land. That's mobile homes. That's high-end homes. That's farms. That's pretty much everything. And what's interesting is that even though the market has slowed down since obviously about a year ago, a lot of people were fearful we're going to see a market crash. We haven't seen that. We have seen adjustments. As you can tell here, look, 261 price reductions. Prices have come down a bit, but not tremendously so. Not 20-30%, which is what people were predicting. That could still happen, but I will tell you, as long as the interest rates will stay low, and as of this moment, interest rates gone up a little bit over the last couple of weeks. On a conventional side, 6.125 on a 30-year fix is the quote I'm getting. If it's going to be above 400,000 as far as a mortgage, it's 5.87. A 15-year is 5.25. Jumbo, which is basically for larger type homes and more expensive homes over $1 million, such 5.75. 30-year fix, like an FHA, is 5.6, and a 30-year VA for all the veterans out there, 5.625 as well. That's basically what I'm seeing here. This is coming from South State Bank. So that gives you an idea of what we're looking at. Interest rate rise. Look, with interest rates going down overall, because we were in the sevens, a couple of months ago, I think it's really helped the marketplace. We're looking at 270 new listings on the market and 273 pendings. Basically, we're seeing a very active, balanced marketplace. That's really, really helping the marketplace out right now. So that gives you a little bit of an indicator of what we're looking at. For sure, in the marketplace, very balanced, very 2018, 2017 market, where you've got people that are buying, they are negotiating, and sellers are coming down a little bit on price, but they're not giving away their homes either. So very balanced. All right, so let's get to it. This is super interesting. HowMoneyWalks.com, HowMoneyWalks.com, and you can check this out. Anybody can do this. But I found it fascinating because it takes information from the IRS, right? The IRS. So if we're looking at it, it's not going to be 1,000% accurate, but it's pretty darn accurate. It's basically coming from the IRS, and of course, it's not going to be accurate if people are not filing correctly. But we won't go there. Let's take Marion County, right? And we're going to look at two different modes. First of all, we're going to look at the the money coming into the marketplace, and we know that most people are they're moving into the market as opposed to moving out. And let's take let me go to Dade County for a second. This tells you that people are moving out of Dade County, Miami area, right? Like southern Fort Lauderdale, that's what that is. It's basically, Homestead and Miami, Fort Lauderdale is going to be in Broward County. That shows you that people are moving out of Dade County, but in Marion County, people are moving to Marion County, and it tells us where from. So we're looking at, from Broward County. Most of those people are coming from Broward County. $305 million in the last, the wealth migration over the last 20-something years tells you where people are coming from. Mostly from Broward County, Palm Beach County, Miami-Dade County, Orange County, California, which is a little bit different. And then, of course, Suffolk County, New York, which is right around Long Island. And then, where are people moving to? A little bit of that's probably going to be, we'll dive into that deeper at another time. But, Sumter County, St. Johns County, which is, Sumter County, I can tell you it's pretty much the villages. St. Johns County, Jacksonville, Flagler, which is right there along the coast. So some retirement money going there. Then you got Santa Clara County, California, and a little bit to Texas. But let's look at the population of how many people we've gained, just to give you a little bit of perspective. Broward County, we've gained 7,500 people over this course of period of time. Actually, I'm sorry, this is over the last year. I'm sorry. This is the last 12 months where people have come from. 7,500 people, Miami-Dade County, 4,900, 3,800 from Palm Beach County, 2,800 Lake County, 2,300 Suffolk County, Long Island. And then we've lost some people. We're talking about in the hundreds to various counties in Florida and also Travis County, Texas. When we're talking about migration, right, it shows here, we've gained 90,000 people over this period of time from 1985 to 2019. But most of those people, most of the gains, if you look at it, have come right here. We're talking about 2018, 2019, 2017. This is where most of the gains really has increased. It showed you, basically the amount of people that are moving into Florida and specifically Marion County, Florida, and in Ocala. It's happened, let's see, this would be 07, 06. If you look at, when I moved here back in, let's see, that'd be 86, 87, 80, 99, I think that's, trying to read this correctly. So 94, 95, 96, 97 would be right here, 95, right at this point here. But the 95 period, not that many, is under 20,000. But now, when you're looking at, where we are right now, the incremental growth, it's pretty tremendous in Marion County. We've grown tremendously over the last 20-some years. I think that's a super interesting way to look at it. Lots of growth in Marion County. That tells you where people are moving from and what people are doing. So very interesting. Take a look at it. You might interpret it a little bit different, but we've seen a lot of growth over the last year. And actually, something I do want to show you, actually, the numbers, when you're looking at the wealth mode, what I love about this is that it goes down to the last minutes. So the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds, there's been $1,400 of adjusted gross income that's gained in the last 3 minutes. It takes the average and adjusts it there. So lots of wealth moving into Florida, and more specifically, $4.1 billion has been gained in annual adjusted gross income. So super interesting coming from the IRS. It's how money walks. And it goes to show you why prices have gone up, right? Are we ever going to see, most Mobile Master Tech asks, will we ever see sub 200K 3-bedroom homes again in Marion County? I don't think so. Like, I think we're in a new day, and that's a great question because, being here since 1995, and for the people that are like longtime residents, we tend to have like different colored glasses because we've seen back in 1995 and the year 2000, you can find all day long, a pretty good neighborhood, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I bought my first home in 1996 or 1997, and it was like 82,000. That was a lot of money. It was like 82,000. It was like, oh my gosh, this is a ton of money. And that house today is worth 300 over a course of period of time. But as you can tell, looking at that chart, we're looking at like the incremental growth back in 1995 and the 2000s. There wasn't as many people moving into the area. So our population has spiked. And yes, there's been much more new construction. But what we also know is that the new construction growth hasn't kept up with the demand and with the population we've seen. And on top of it, millennials that have lived here, that maybe were born and raised here, either they're, if they do move, that's one thing, but if they stay, then what tends to happen is that they need a place as well. They need a starter home. So I don't see sub 200 on 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Like, you could probably find something, but really hard pressed to do that. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm here, 352-572-3796. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it. Also, please subscribe. That would be great. Thank you.